Amen. Thank you, John. The welcoming prayer. The welcoming prayer is a practice that's designed to be done in 3 movements. And I can really feel the need of the welcoming prayer today. Margie, who's my co-host, has had something come up today and couldn't join us. And all the discombobulating that happens when things are different than what you expect. I feel that in my body. I feel in my body things aren't quite the way I thought they would be. And maybe you have that feeling too. And the welcoming prayer can help me with this. So the welcoming prayer has 3 movements. And the first movement is to feel and sink into the body. The second movement is to welcome what you are feeling as an opportunity to consent to the divine indwelling. And the third movement is to let go. Letting go of the desire for security, affection, control, and to embrace this moment as it is. But many of us find that the first part, which is to feel and sink into the body and tell what's going on in the body and to sense what it is and what we're feeling, is the part that we need the most practice with. So we're going to take some time to really feel and sink into the body. And I do this as a moving practice. You can do it up on your feet, in a chair, laying down, eyes open, eyes closed, whatever works best for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll start with the breath and with being grateful for the land on which you are. So I am in Hawaii, I am on the island of Oahu, I'm grateful for the Kanaka Maoli, the indigenous people of this land. I'm grateful for the Mother Earth, who's supporting me and loving me. I'm grateful for all of the people who are in my life, and I'm particularly grateful for the people that are surrounding in love today. And I'm grateful for Mary Magdala and the what kind of wonderful model she is for us to give in every way when we are devoted to a practice, to a person, to a belief, to a faith, to give in all the ways there is to give. So feeling your breath, feeling your body. Hanumai, breathing in. Hanuaku, breathing out. Hanumai. Hanuaku. The breath filling up your body with light and love. Allow your body to just move in a way that feels like air moving to you, or perhaps the water moving, or whatever it is that makes your body feel connected to the world around you. Feel the air on your skin. See, we're all in summertime today. Everyone who's here is in the summertime. So notice, perhaps it is warm where you are, and you notice the air surrounding you, holding you. And you can take and allow your hands to help you sense where the outside of your body connects to the world around you. I'm doing this with a light pat. You could do it with tapping or scrubbing or swishing, whatever feels best for you. But to help your body feel the connection to the world around you, we're given these incredible vessels. The divine vessel, the body that's holding or is the divine presence I don't know where all the lines are. If God is in everything, then God is in everything. And so, omnipresent through all of your skin, all of the places that connect you to the world around you. And so notice that. Notice all the feelings of the body. Awakening the body. Allah, wake up. Get through all the body parts, moving down to the legs. And the feet, the connection of the feet to the earth, all the ways that we can connect in this place, in this space, in this time. And returning to the breath and our head-tail connection. Our head, the back of our head, the top of the spine, to the bottom of the spine. Notice that connection. Moving the lower body, the mid body, the upper body, helping you find the connection of the spine. There's 24 vertebrae. When they move, synovial fluid is released, which can help with pain and stiffness. And I see it as the grace of God that's living in every part of us. Oh, we're so fortunate to have this blessing. And then we're going to come into the core, into the center. And for those fortunate enough to have young children in your life, babies especially, you see this reflex that happens. Babies are all curled up and then something startles them and they jump out. We as adults usually don't express it physically anymore. We still get startled and all those things are still released in the body, but we often just hold them and let them settle in and feel a little uncomfortable, but we can stretch and we can release them out into space and time and place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Returning back to the breath and that wiggle of the spine. Connects all the body parts together. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And now let's see about the lower body. How does your lower body feel? So we're going to do upper lower body. So if the upper body speaks to you first, feel free to engage in the upper body or the lower body. But this is to allow us to see that there's a lower body that supports us and an upper body that allows us to be out in the world, reaching out, doing anything, receiving things, giving things. The upper lower. And to notice, the waist is an artificial thing. Clothing make happen. But there is definitely a feeling of all the parts that are lower. And many of those same parts are part of the upper. So the upper lower body. How do we move in the world? How is God with us in this moment as it is? Mary Magdala was there, the apostle of the apostles. She was there. She was supporting the works that she saw as important in the world, the loving each other, the taking care of the hungry, taking care of the poor, taking care of the sick. She saw this work and she put her whole being into it. She put it in financially. She put it in by going physically and being with. She put it with her heart, with the love of being there, witnessing death and being there for the resurrection. She was the first one there. All of those things, what does that mean in your life? Where are the places in your life that you know that you are giving? Where do you give? With the body, the upper body, the lower body, all of the beings, all the parts of you. Where do you see you acting in the world? We all act in the world in this practice in some way. Devotion, faithfulness, love, sacrifice, and rewarding into the body. Returning to the breath and that spinal wiggle, that synovial fluid flowing. And maybe your body makes sounds when you move it. Notice. Now we're going to do a little bit on focus. So using your hand and your eyes. So allow your hand to move and allow your eyes to follow your hand moving. So your hand is moving in a way that's comfortable and fun for you. I'm doing figure eights. And I'm watching my hand. Now I'm going to look beyond my hand. So the hand is still there moving, kind of pointing the direction. But I'm looking further. I'm looking, in my case, I get to look out a window, across the valley to Ko'opoho'ele, Cocoa Crater, the blue sky. And perhaps you're looking across a room, somewhere other than the screen. Allow your eyes to move past your hand. And when that arm and hand get tired, switch to the other side. And allow your eyes to look past. That hand is directing, but you're looking past. This gives us another way to focus. God speaks to us. What do we see? Things are coming right at us, but we're looking beyond them, which sometimes is a good thing, and sometimes it would be good to see what's right in front of us. So now bring your hand close to your face when you're comfortable to do that, and notice. Close enough that you can see it. Don't make yourself cross-eyed and uncomfortable. But notice. What do you notice in the hand that you had not noticed before today? Letting your hand move, or both hands, allowing them to move and notice. And then bring your hands down towards the earth. So you look at your hands, and then look past your hands at the earth. And then allow your hands to wipe the world around you. Watching your hands. Notice if that makes you dizzy. And then look past your hands. Look at the world going around you. This will probably make you dizzy. It would make me dizzy. And notice that too. And come back to your centering space. And close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes and look at the interior landscape. What do you see inside? What is speaking to you inside? The story of devotion and faithfulness, the story of surrendering to others in your life, to surrendering yourself to a passion, to a belief, to an offering. What does that mean for you today? Just today, not forever, not a million years from now, not yesterday, not perfectly. What today do you feel? What today is the moment, the practice, the devotion, that connection for you in this moment? And part of that for all of you is you are doing self-care. You're taking care of yourself. You're being here in this moment. You're caring for this community. All together, we are here together. And this community is stronger because you are here. And slowly opening your eyes to the world where you are today. And again, notice the temperature in the room, the sounds around you, the smells. Where are you? Now we're going to think about one side of the body, sidedness. Sidedness is about decision making. When you're going to reach for something, you naturally reach with a dominant side. So when I tell you to move one side of the body, you're going to pick a side to move. And it may be your dominant foot, it may be your dominant hand. Typically, we go to one side more naturally, and this is good because then in the moments of everyday life when you have to reach out for something or take a step, you naturally know which one you're going to use. You don't have to think about it. If you truly were ambidextrous and really didn't, those people have to make all kinds of choices all the time. That we accept this is a choice that we make. And come to the other side, whichever side is your other side. And notice, what does that feel like to move that side? Does it feel different than when you move to the other side? Oftentimes when we're making a choice in life, if we can take and feel them in the different sides of the body till we found a choice that feels good in both sides. Because one side of the body activates one side of the brain and vice versa. So notice that, and then maybe go between sides, one side to the other side, being aware physically that you're switching sides. However that feels. Now when we walk, a natural way to walk is cross-lateral, where you walk with a hand on one side and a foot on the other. And this is the natural way we as humans walk. Not every creature walks this way, but we as humans walk this way. And when we walk this way, we're in more balance. When people have been injured and they use crutches or walkers or wheelchairs, they lose this cross-lateral movement because of the devices. And often they're very unsteady afterwards because of this, because of needing to activate both sides, being cross-lateral. So counterlateral is I'm reaching from across, like a half of an X. And then it can come cross-lateral by coming across the body, down to the foot or the knee or the ankle, whatever you can imagine or reach on the other side. Counterlateral, allowing ourselves to stretch. Really a good thing after you've had an injury to then reinitiate learn this again. We learn this in our first year of life and often forget it later in life. But we can relearn it, yay! And now the other side, cross-lateral. So the other side's bringing out, coming in. And God speaks to us through all of this. We have this divine temple, and in the temple we have all kinds of things that we work through and that we do and that we learn from. And they use all of us. And they use all of us as we reach out, stretch out the various parts, as well as when we bring the parts together. And continue to do that as long as it feels good, and then return to your spinal wiggle and the breath. And we're going to now look at the balance. So we have balance of mind, body, spirit, all of those things balanced against each other. But also within the body there's balance. There's the vestibular system, which is the balance system. And to build the balance system, we become unbalanced. Just like in life, we learn to do new things by having stuff happen that makes it difficult, and then we heal. So to just build our vestibular system, we're going to make ourselves dizzy. And I'm going to do that today by doing a turn. If turning is too much, you can go forward and you can tilt forward and back. But if you can turn, let's turn. So when you turn, the idea is you look at everything around you. Your ears are part of this balance system, your eyes. And go at a level that is the right speed for you. So it could be fast, it could be slow, but it's important that your eyes are focused on things. Same if you're doing the tilting. Make sure your eyes are focusing, however you're tilting. But once you feel dizzy, even just a little dizzy, then pause. This isn't about how dizzy can I get. This isn't about stretching and pushing the limits. This is about a little bit of healing at a time. Just allowing ourselves to heal a little bit at a time. And when you're ready, you come to a stillness in the healing moments. Eyes open or closed, that's your choice. And perhaps reflect for a moment, what are the things that make me feel kind of unbalanced? Things happening that you don't expect, being surprised, or maybe those bring balance to you. We're all different. Now, I'm going to turn the other direction. If you were tilting forward and back, tilt side to side, or just tilt in another way, maybe a circle or a figure eight, however you would like. So I'm going to turn the other direction, walking around, seeing all that I can see. And again, when you feel yourself a little bit out of balance, a little bit deliciously dizzy, pause and allow the balance to happen. Allow the healing, the love. God is faithful to us. We are here being faithfully held and loved by the divine indwelling. The next movement of the welcoming prayer is to welcome that which we're feeling. So take a moment to do your own internal body scan and see what came up for you. What part of your body is speaking to you from the practice that we've done here today? What is speaking to you? What part of the body? Now, the body is a warehouse of all of our experiences. And you don't need to label the part. You don't need to say, oh, this is because something happened, or this is because I'm ill, or whatever. You don't need to label it. It's a matter of paying attention. This is bringing our attention, intention, and welcoming what we're feeling. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this welcome is an opportunity to consent to the divine indwelling. The divine indwelling is with us, but we consent to the divine indwelling's action and presence in our lives. It's an active participation. And the third movement of this prayer is to let go. I let go of the desire for security, affection, control. And embrace this moment as it is. Joan read us the long version of this prayer, which is the original, and they've shortened it to this to make it a little easier for our minds to grasp onto. So the first movement, to feel and sink into the body. And we took a long time to do that, but the prayer's designed to be done in a minute. So take just a moment, notice, welcome what you're feeling, and let go. I let go of the desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. Whew. So I like to do this prayer before centering prayer and after centering prayer, because when I center, when I sit in silence, things come up. And I let them flow by, but they come up. And so the welcoming prayer then helps my body with that process. So now I'm going to give you, though, before we go into our centering prayer, I'm going to give you a minute to do the welcoming prayer on your own. Take yourself into this prayer in your way, in your time. And I'm going to put the words up for you on the screen.